baby pool in the front row. How you doing, baby pool? And a little tiny Wolverine, comically accurate tiny Wolverine. Oh, it's a beautiful day in the neighbor pool. A beautiful day to be Deadpool. It's story time. Story time. Are you all ready for story time? Yeah! I heard you guys like that song just now. You guys a big fan of Mr. Rogers, huh? I'm a pretty big fan of Captain America myself. All right. Well, today I have a story to tell. I really love to talk, so I'm glad you guys are ready to hear one. Today's story is a beloved bedtime classic, mashed up with a very, very profitable licensing agreement. You guessed it, it's Cinderpool. Oh, thank you. I came up with that myself. All right, that doesn't work. Let's see if we can find the opening word, shall we? Okay. Oh, you know what? Look at these adorable pictures, by the way. Look at Dogpool, will you? Right? Oh, shout out for Dogpool. Thank you. I scribbled these myself. All right. Once upon a time. You know what? It just feels wrong when I'm doing it with myself. Why don't we all say it together, shall we? 1, 2, 3.
Once upon a time.
See, wasn't that so much more fun and interactive when we were all in this together? For those of you that didn't participate, get your head in the game! Anyway, upon that time, once, Cinderpool lived in a big mansion with his shiny-headed step-professor and a bunch of hideous step-mutants. The biggest one, Colossus, was always making up stupid rules that no one cared about. Like, please stop labeling other people's food in the fridge with your own initials. And for the love of Feige, stop hanging your underwear from the ceiling fan. That rule is so overrated, right, kid? I know. The other main step mutant, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, such a cool name, right? She was always just texting and rolling her eyes. They were both super jealous because Cinderpool had a much, and I mean much, larger fan base. I mean, this isn't called Storytime with Colossus, now is it? No. Right, it isn't. I actually probably would go to see that, though. That'd be a fun show to watch. Anyway, one day, an expendable non-union extra came running across the mansion grounds, screaming. King Thanos was planning the biggest battle of Phase 3, the last truly relevant phase. Cinderpool desperately wanted to go to the big battle, but Colossus said no. Too dangerous. Cinderpool don't know how to be part of team. And then Colossus ripped up Cinderpool's favorite costume before Negasonic Teenage Warhead, again, such a cool name, made it explode into a million pieces with her mind powers. And then popped her gum. Oh, so Gen Z. On fleek, Sigma, no cap. Cinderpool was very bummed and felt very vulnerable and exposed. Minus 100,000 aura, as Negasonic would say. He ran out onto the mansion grounds, stumbling for dramatic effect. Hello again there, baby pool and tiny Wolverine. When suddenly, a big, strange, sparkly circle appeared. And from out of that big, strange, sparkly circle walked out Cinderpool's very hairy god-mutant, Wolverine! Cinderpool's very hairy god-mutant, Wolverine! Wow, this sparkly circle isn't really doing what it's supposed to do. I guess Logie Bear couldn't make it in today. He's probably rehearsing for a musical or something, I know. Yeah, you guys can boo him even though he's not here. You can boo. Yeah. I know. We all love you, Wolverine, that's why. Well, anyway, you know what? I'm honestly used to doing this with myself anyway, so I can just play both characters. Oh, fairy, hairy, god-mutant Wolverine. I desperately want to go to the big battle, but my mean step-mutants vaporize my costume. Shut up! Growled Wolverine lovingly. What? Well, I don't have a costume. I need to go to the big battle. Hey, stop your whining, Alroy. Oh, get your own costume. I'm out of here. I'm going to Pim's Test Kitchen, huh? Okay. Well, after that very sage and somewhat Australian advice, Cinderpool headed off to the wardrobe department to get a freshly laundered costume, and then went to the big battle. Cinderpool missed most of it, though, because he stopped for some chimichangas along the way. You know, priorities. Baby Pool gets it. But rest assured, when Cinderpool got there, the Avengers were still winning. Captain America looked so cool and so ruggedly handsome in those pants. And then, as the aliens were finally fleeing away in defeat, Cinderpool saw something on the steps of one of the spaceships. It was a single glove. Oh, I like your Deadpool socks. Those are very nice.
Thank you.
The glove was so fancy, big and gold with beautiful jewels. I think there were 6 of them, not that that's really relevant information. I wonder who this fits, thought Cinderpool before sliding it on. After some clicking, whizzing, and whirring, it adjusted right to Cinderpool's arm. Then, out of nowhere, Iron Man came flying in out of left field screaming, "Hey, take that off. This is my sacrifice to make, okay? I really don't want to be Iron Man until I'm 90. In fact, I would rather be doomed than play Iron Man again. Oh, stop. I don't even know why you guys are laughing at that. Trust me, I'm just as confused as you are. And then, other much less relevant Avengers came running in too, saying things like, "Put that down, that's not a toy. Whatever you do, do not snap." So obviously Cinderpool snapped. Oh, Cinderpool snapped a bunch, both physically and mentally. Then the weirdest thing happened. It was probably unrelated, but half of everyone kept disappearing, and then reappearing, and then disappearing again. So many people were crying. Tony said "I love you" like 3,000 times, which is kind of weird. But eventually, everyone did come back. Except for those that text and called during a movie theater experience. We didn't want them. But everyone else did. But then the Avengers tackled Cinderpool, ripped off his new favorite glove, and then when they remade the movie, they CGI'd Tony's head onto Cinderpool's majestic body, and it went on to become the most profitable film of the Feige cinematic universe. The FCU, as I like to call it. I know, I'm still workshopping that acronym. I feel like it has just one too many letters. Anyway, everything honestly worked out all right for Cinderpool, because Cinderpool went on to start his own, even more successful franchise. Yeah! Thank you, one person. I guess you'll say that. I really appreciate that. We got a connection now. It was, oh, you're too late. Yeah, you missed your moment. I appreciate it, though. This was such a successful franchise, in fact, that Cinderpool was eventually invited to be part of the Avengers Endgame 2. Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, in theaters at some point. Well, thank you all for coming. That is the end. Game! Oh, you guys can cheer louder than that if you'd like. Wow, that was so genuine and non-prompted. Well, I better be out of here. Goodbye, Baby Pool, and goodbye, tiny comic-accurate Wolverine. Thank you for coming to another illustrious story time with your new favorite Disney princess, Deadpool.